everyone, welcome back to the colouring zone. My name's Helena. So I thought I would share my completed pages. Now I do apologise that this has taken me so long. The pages are from November to February, so there's quite a few pages that I need to share. So obviously, because you know, some of them were quite a while ago, I might not necessarily remember exactly what I've used. So yeah, anyway, we'll get started. So the first book that I wanted to share with you is Magical Dawn. Now this is by Hannah Carlson, and I absolutely love this book. I think this is my favourite book from Hannah Carlson. I've done quite a few pages in this book, and so these are my earlier pages. So there's that one. Now this is a more recent one. So I have used luminance pencils for this, and I have done a Posca background, and I have used Renaissance Colours new, I believe it's Renaissance Colours, her new palette, and I just added some white dots and a few embellishments. I think this might be hybrid dual metallic. I seem to be using it quite a lot. Now the white pen, I was having some problems with the Arteza pen, so I think I ended up using a Signo instead. I seem to be having quite a few problems with my white gel pens at the moment. I don't know whether it's because of the way I store them, or I'm not sure, but anyway, so there's that one. So yeah, really good fun, enjoyed that one. Right, so I've moved the camera just because I think it wasn't quite in shot. So that's the first one. Now I did this double page spread, and I've been meaning to do this for ages, and there's a bit of crumbs. So you might notice that there are some scribbles on there. My son thought he would help me. I wasn't in the room and I'd left it out, and yeah, I mean, I suppose it adds to the charm, and it's not that noticeable, I don't think. So for this one I used a mixture of Prismacolors, luminance, and I think Holbeins. And for the background I used Distress ink, and then these colours here, it's Etsy paints anyway. But yeah, I really liked how this came out. I used water on the background, as you can see the splashes. I ended up using so I used a few different colours, and I ended up using like a grey near here, and I just did not like it. It was just too much. So I think I've sort of saved. I added a few white dots. I've just noticed I've not done her ring. But yeah, I really like how this one here came out. And all the little details. So yeah, there's that one. Now the leaves are definitely Prismacolor. So there is that one. I have got a few WIPS in here. This one here looks absolutely awful at the moment. It's definitely going through the ugly stage. So I used a Distress ink, and I have splattered some water, and I've based it with, I believe it's a Tombow. So it is a water-based marker that I've used on there. And yeah, I need to get back to this one. Yeah, I think I just need to finish it off. Well, I've barely started really, and I did get a little bit on this side, but it doesn't matter. So there's that one. That one there is currently a WIP, and I think I have got a few. Yeah. So this one here is also a WIP. So I used watercolour for the background. Now I believe I used the Graby watercolours, which I recently reviewed, and I've just used Albert Dürer to base pretty much everything, and then I think I've been using polychromos over the top. Now the blues is Renaissance Colours. I've used a white sort of pencil over the top to make these dots, to add a bit of interest. And I have also used Oh, so the metallic paint that you can see in these circles is actually a new colour that I've got. Very beautiful colour. Yeah, so this is by Archie's Paints, which is an Etsy seller. I will link it down below. And I absolutely love this colour. I mean, it's very unique. I've not seen it in a different range. It's sort of like a lilac-y sort of colour, and then it shifts to this like beautiful sort of light gold. I'm probably not doing it justice in my description. And the other thing I have also used is a Sakura Moonlight pen. I think it was one of the dark colours that I used on these stars. So yeah, I just need to finish her off. I think I got a bit stumped of what to do with the flower and the leaves. But anyway, so yeah, I do like how she's coming out. Just need to finish it off. So there's that one. And then what have we got? That's still a WIP. It's been a WIP for quite a while. It's been not done for a while. This one. And that one. So I have done this one here. So I'll go to this one because I did it first. Not that it really matters. I used, I'm pretty sure it was the Zig Clean Brush Watercolours. Now I have realised that I've not actually finished it off. So I do need to do that. I do also want to sort of go around and just define areas a bit more. I've gone over with metallic paint. But yeah, I really like how this came out. I believe I used my luminance pencils over the top. And obviously the Distress inks. I think it's the... Oh, what is it, like the potion one? But anyway, so yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Now this one was a challenge, and now I plan to do a video on like doing the finishing touches. So this is the first time I've really tried to actually peel off, like, you know, a light source reflecting on a face. And I think it's coming out, quite well. I mean, I've spent so much time on this skin, and I've used various mediums on this, and then I've tried to add the yellow into where it would be caught on her hair or on her face, where I think it might go. So yeah, so it's been really fun. I do plan on doing a video on, you know, doing the finishing touches. It's something that I sometimes really struggle with, and sometimes avoid it even. I always underestimate how long it actually takes to do the finishing touches, and I think sometimes when you've worked so long on a page, you sort of, I don't know about you, but I sort of lose that sort of motivation. And I think sometimes I do rush pages, so I am not going to do that, and I'm going to finish them when I want to finish them, and I'm inspired to, rather than rushing to get a page completed. So I do remember using the Faber-Castell, I think that's how you say it, the soft pastel pencils as a base for various parts of this sort of smoke. And this very bright yellow sort of fluorescent metallic sparkly is from Renaissance Colours, and it is from the Advent Calendar collection. So it was not last year's but the years before. So yeah, those are my pages in there. Is there another one? Oh yeah, there is. No, there's another one. So this one here, I was very, very much inspired. Oh, it's got a bit... It will add to the charmlet. Yeah, this one here is very much inspired by the lovely Kay from Colouring with Kay. So she showed a video, like sort of a tutorial on how to use the oil pastels, and how to put them on a black background. And I think I used quite a bit more than what Kay did, but I think it works for this page, and I'm quite happy with the outcome. Now again, I used various different pencils on this, and I know that I did use the Zig colour as well, and I have gone and got some metallic on there. I really didn't know what to do with these little circles. I thought about whitening them out, and then I decided to leave it because it adds a bit more texture. And I didn't do much shading on these leaves, so yeah, I'm quite happy with this page. It's quite different to what I normally would do, but yeah, I love my moth, so yeah, really pleased with that one. I will link Kay's video on this background. It was the Saniela, I think that's how you say it, oil pastels that I've used on the background, and it was Posca acrylic paint marker in black that I used underneath. So yeah, it was really good fun, so enjoyed that one. And I have also bought, which I've not used on this page, I have bought some glossy accents, and I've bought the big bottle because I kept losing the small one and I still don't know where it is, so I've bought a new one, so that's good. So hopefully I won't lose that as readily. And then I think, oh yeah, unfortunately I had a bit of an oopsie and I smudged it. So this is Polychromos, and I also used a Tombow, which is water-based, for these lines. So yeah, I'm sure I'll go back to that one. It's not gone through, it was just unfortunate that I smudged it. So I was just sat there watching TV and thought, oh, I want to colour a shell. That's what I do. Right, so there is that one. The next one is Enchanting Names. I absolutely love this colouring book. I think it's so cute. Very cute. So it's got the little inspiration bits there. This is one that I've done before. Sorry guys, I am going to have to try and remember which ones are new and which ones are not, which is going to be quite tricky, I think. I apologise if you've seen any of these before and I've forgotten, but yeah, I've definitely used alcohol markers for that. I think this was the Artful alcohol markers, which I absolutely loved using. I do not own any alcohol markers, so it was really, really nice to get some in that box last year, and I have used them quite considerably. So and I've also recently bought some Hoo markers because I've been enjoying them so much. So this one here is Posca background, and then I've used it's one of Rebecca's paints. Is it like something, it's not ice shimmer, it's one of the silvers, as you can see. I don't think it's Tin Man, but I really like the texture of it. I thought it was quite different. And I've also used the rainbow dust for the hat, and the alcohol markers, and no shading with pencils at all on this one. Just keeping it really, really simple and fun. I just went over quite a bit with the flower, but yeah, as you can see, this paper is not great. I mean, it's really kinked there. I don't know, I might have had a bit of a spill of Posca paint. I think I've definitely shown you that on there before, actually. So I won't go over that one. And then there's this one. It looks so scratchy. These are just really very much quick wins, and oops, I didn't put anything behind that one. Showing you that one. That one's September. Oh, I think that might be one actually that I did. So I tried to use some watered down sort of my metallic paints. I don't know, it didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. Now this, you can see, is one of my favourite paints. It is called Rusty Gold and it is by the Art Spirit. I absolutely love it. I've also added some of the red slipper, I think it's called, over the top of the alcohol marker. So I think this is all based in marker, which is the Artful alcohol markers. So I got the 24 set. And I think that's pretty much it really for this book. So I will move it to one side. So this one here, by the way, is by Jim Shaw. and it's Enchanting Names, and I bought this from Amazon quite a while ago. But yeah, I really enjoy that one. It's very, very quick, very easy colouring when I've, you know, I'm not feeling like doing something big. So the next one is Miniature Enchanted Forest. So this is, it's not for everyone, this book. I mean, you know, it's been made smaller considerably. So the pages are really, really very, you know, there's a lot of small details. So pencils, I mean, you could use pencils, but I don't think I will be. I mean, like, look how small. Not almost doable, but look how small that is. So anyway, I started that bit and just didn't get round to coming back to it for some reason. I do like how it's coming out though. I do think it's quite pretty. Here's my fox, which I think I might have shown you before. Do you know what? No, I don't think I have shown you that. So this little fox, I used my new, what do you call them? They're Sakura Koopy crayons as a background, and then I've used various pencils on the little details, and it was so much fun, and I think he's really, really cute. And there is this one. This one here is very it's very sketchy. I think I might have done this when I was staying at my yeah, I think I might have done this when I was staying at my in-laws property, when they kindly let us live with them for like months last year. And I think it was something that I was doing in the evening, and yeah, anyway, so yeah, not the best. And I think I ended up using, because I didn't have a black fine liner, I used biro. Yeah, so that's why it's got that weird sort of sheen on it, which you might not see. What else have I done in here? That one there is not a recent one, neither is that one. Oh yeah, this is recent. So I really like how this came out. I used my Derwent pastel travel paints. It's the artichoke colour. I can't remember whether there was another one that I used. I'm not sure, guys. But I really like how it came out, actually, this page. I used polychromos. Oh no, it would have been Prismacolors. And I think I was planning to go over it with a fine liner, but at the time I didn't have one. And I think it looks okay. And this one here is quite sweet. So I did this one first and then thought, oh, I'll do that one, so they're sort of in keeping. And then I have used my Signo copper gel pen for some of these leaves, just to bring out something. And I think these leaves are done with a dual hybrid metallic, maybe. Yeah, so there is that one. Yep, so there is Miniature Enchanted Forest, and that is by Joanna Bassford. I got a massive stack of books, guys. So this one here, I have done a flip through of this, and I realised the other day that I did not release that video. So it's just sort of on my contents, but I've not released it for some reason. So I do need to get around to releasing that. So this is Emma's Tale, and this is October 2020 by Grazio Slavo. So I had a bit of an issue with receiving this book. For some reason, the first time it actually got sent back to her. It was all very confusing. Anyway, she sent me another copy. And because she is in Italy, you know, obviously it does take a lot of time to get here, but also it's a lot of money in shipping. So I'm really, really grateful that she was able to send me another one, seeing that the first one didn't get to me. But yeah. So this one here so there's 31 pictures. And then, so it's not your typical sort of colouring book, and it's got these dotted bits. But I saw it on Zucchini Kitty, and I just had to have it. So there is the little postcard that comes with it. It's got a signature on there, and this is the page I did. Now, I believe I used my distressed watercolour pencils as the background, and then just sort of faded it out. And it looks as though I've used maybe polychromos and a bit of the rusty gold on here, and some more. I think that might be Renaissance, but yeah, I really like how it came out actually. Yeah, I did enjoy doing that one. She just looks like she's in a very dreamy state, and I need to get back to this book. There are some really, really beautiful images in here, and I see them as quite quick wins because they are small. I appreciate that this isn't going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I just absolutely love it. So I will do a release my flip through of this book, because I think I don't really feel like I've seen this around very much. I mean, I saw it on Zucchini Kitty's channel, but actually I don't really remember seeing it before. So anyway, so there is that one. That's Emma's Tale, and that's by Grazia Slavo. So the next book is Saga, octagoner, and this is by Emily Lydhill-Oberg. Now I think I've only done 2 pages in this entire book, which just makes me really sad, because I love this book. I don't know what I was doing there, but I added little hearts, look. Anyway, so, oh, actually, no, so I did this page. Now, so this was in October, so you would have seen this one. So I will skip over that, but I did forget about that page. And then the other one I've done is this one, which was previously. Now, I haven't quite finished this off, so I do need to get back to it, but you can sort of see the overall image. Now, I cannot remember whether this is actually a distressed oxide that I used. It sort of looks like it is in appearance. Perhaps it is. I do have a couple of distress oxides, and pencil wise I'm not actually sure, but it is pencil, I can see that. And I think this is gel pen rather than paint, and then I think this might be actually paint. So yeah, there's that one. So I do need to finish it off, but I do really like how it's coming out. I hope this is on on screen. But yeah, I really like how it's like sort of glowing quite a lot. I'm not sure what's happened here. Maybe I tried to put a something to blend it out, like maybe a pen or something, like a blender pen, I'm not sure. But anyway, so there is that one. So that is Emily Lydhill-Oberg, and this is Saga, octagoner. Now, unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, this is out of print, so I do not think this is, I don't think it's actually available anymore, and I don't think she plans to do a reprint. She's not announced it anyway, so yeah, so unfortunately, yeah, this book is out of print. So anyway, so there's that one. So I have included these pages from Joanna Bassford's Joanna's Christmas in a video where I reviewed the Castle Arts pencils, and it also has colouring books in there as well. So which one is it? Yes, it's this one. So I used Castle Arts pencils on this bird here. And then I've used pencils and various metallic paints, and I stuck these on. This is the Distress ink background, and obviously this is in a single-sided book, so I really was not very careful with how much water I was using or how much ink I was using, and it was a lot of fun, this page, so I really enjoyed that one. And I do like these birds. I didn't realise that they were going to be quite as I don't know, I thought they were flatter, and I did have to sort of try and flatten them out before I stuck them on, but I do like the outcome. So there's that one. And then I've got my owl. So I had a really good time doing him. Now I used, so this colour here is definitely by Rebecca Art Spirits, which her paints are available on Etsy, and I stuck these snowflakes on myself. I am planning to do some glossy accents on his eyes and do some white highlights, but I did this when I was staying with my in-laws and I didn't have all my supplies on me, so yeah, I was quite limited. I remember using the Arteful alcohol markers as a base for some of it, and then I went over with the Cast Wax pencils, and I really like how it came out. So there is that one. That's one that I've done previously. I think that was Christmas in July. And then we have this one, which, I don't know, it's okay. It does look quite messy. I think I was going over it with a blender and then didn't continue using it. I think it would probably look better if I used the blender over the top of it. Now I do remember using my Distress watercolour pencils for that, for part of the background, and then I think I went over with the Cast Wax pencils. So there is that one, and this is definitely Renaissance, and this colour here is one of my favourites, and it is Ruby, and it is in Renaissance Colours Crown Jewels set. So there is my hair, and I think I've shown you that on there before. Maybe not actually, no. So I decided just to do one half. I really liked how it came out, how it came together. I was really umming and ahhing whether I wanted to finish it off. But yeah, so there's that one. I used the Distress Ink watercolour pencils for the background, and then I think I went over it a couple of times. And then I have also used some alcohol markers. Now, I remember this page quite vividly because we were actually staying in Tavistock. And yeah, so we were staying there as like a bit of a break. I think it was in, wow, it must have been November time. Maybe December. No, I think it must have been November. So anyway, so there is that one. So a few pages in Joanna Bassford's, in Joanna's Christmas. Yeah, we've still got quite a few books to go, guys, and some of these are finished pages and then some of them are WIPS. So the first page is this one. So I used Neocolor 2 crayons for the background and then activated them with water. So, sorry guys, I don't think I mentioned, so this is the Little Secrets from My Fairy House by Clara Markovic. This is her newest release. I absolutely adore her books, and this one here is no exception. It is beautiful. It's got the foil, like foiling, the gold foiling words, and it is just, yeah, it's quality, isn't it, in a book, in a colouring book. These are at the top range, but of course top range, top price. And because it needed to come from the Czech Republic, it did mean that, yeah, there was quite a bit of shipping. So I have done a flip through of this colouring book with my completed pages. So I believe I did, oh actually, sorry, I'll go back because I did this page first. So I used the Neocolor 2s for the background. And I also used it to base pretty much everything, even her face actually, and I don't think I added any pencil on top of this. I think it is just the, you just used the Neocolours for the bottom. I think maybe a little bit of pencil. But yeah, I had a really good time doing this. I can't remember whether it was polychromos. I think it might have been. Because I didn't have my polychromos at my in-laws' house, I really missed them. I mean, they were in storage for ages. So I didn't have access to a lot of my supplies. So yeah, I was pining for them. But anyway, so yeah, this was good fun. So for the unicorn, pony unicorn, I have put the rainbow dust on there. It might be mirror dust, I don't know, I can't remember. But that is by the Art Spirits. And then we've got that Katrina paint also on here, which is just absolutely beautiful and I love it. So there is that one. So the next one I have not finished, because this one here is a colour along, which I did mention in my video, so I do need to get back to this. I have used Distress Ink Distress Ink watercolour pencils, or distressed watercolour pencils. It's not ink anyway. So yeah, I have used them for the background, and I've also been using Inktense and pencils as well. And yeah, so it's just been really good fun so far, and I just need to get back to it and get the filming done on this one. So as you can see, this is obviously a jar, so I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do that and show you guys on camera. So there's gonna be many challenges on this page, but I think that makes it even more enjoyable. If something's really easy, then I don't know, I don't think you get the same satisfaction. But anyway, so there is that one. So yeah, this should be a colour along on my channel. I started it in winter because I knew that it's going to take me ages to film, get the time. So there's that one. And then this one here I finished. So I used, so the background is definitely the distressed watercolour pencils. I'm not really sure what these are, and they sort of remind me of like bums. Yeah, I don't think I got the white gel pen quite right, but anyway, I'd really like the water. Now I did use some pencil over the top, and I've also used some of the Art Spirits paint. I think it's mermaid dust, and I really like how it came out. And I've got my metallic gold and some Sakura glaze, and this was all pencil, this dress. I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't write the combination down, because I really like that red. It's so deep, and I wanted her to really stand out, so I made her really quite vivid, and obviously the water as well. And I really like how my castle came out. Yeah, so I'm quite pleased with this one. It's a bit different. I've got my flamingo in there, so there is that one. Now, have I done anything else in here? No, but these, honestly guys, this book is absolutely beautiful. So I live in the UK, so the shipping was very dear, but I do think it's worth every penny. So I bought it from a lady called Tony, is one of Clara Markovic's designated people that can sell her books. So it is through Facebook, and I'm always really skeptical about doing that, but because I've used it, I can recommend her, because I've bought from her this time. And then I think it was another person that's part of that group that I also purchased from before for one of Clara Markovic's books. And I think that one there might have been Magical Delights. But yeah, I absolutely love her artwork. It is a luxury product, but I think it is well worth it. So there is that one. So the last couple of things that I have done is this one here. Now, I believe I used the Gravy watercolours for this, as well as the the distressed watercolour pencils. I've also added some of the Zig clean brush, which I will be sharing in my haul video. So I've not quite finished this one, but I have finished this one. I decided I wanted it a bit bigger. Now this is from Joanna Bassford's Flourish book, and I don't know why, but I can't seem to find it in the actual book, which I believe is Worlds of Wonder. But anyway, so I really like how it's come out, this one, and I really like this one, but I think it would be better, because I plan to put this in my son's room. I thought it would be better to have it slightly larger, because it needs to be seen from quite far away. But anyway, so those are my current WIPS, and I did share in the video how I got these splatters of red paint when I was doing my original art, which I will share with you actually. I'll just go and grab them. So you will have seen these if you have watched the review that I did for the watercolours, and they're the gravy watercolours, and it came with this little pad. So these are the ones that I did. I had so much fun doing these. It was an absolute joy, so I'm sure I will do more. I think I left the washi tape on for too long, which is why it's sort of eaten the page a little bit and actually ripped the card. But other than that, yeah, I think that's just my technique. Maybe I left it on for too long. But yeah, I'm really pleased with these. So I used the gravy watercolours, and then it's the travel set. I will link it up here. And I used my Cosmic Shimmer Pixie powders over the top. So that was really good fun. I think this one here is probably my favourite. I just really like the Pixie powder, where it's like, I think it's called, I don't know, it's one of the metal ones, but it's just absolutely beautiful how it's got these like splashes of blue in it, and it's only when you activate it with the water that it comes up with that effect. So yeah, so those are those ones. So I would just like to say thank you so much for getting to the end of this video. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you very much for getting to the end of this video, because I know that it's not the best quality, this video, these part 1 and part 2. I had to do a lot of moving around, and I've filmed it at different intervals, and I've had a lot of like IT issues, so with like not having enough memory, so it's been quite a challenge. But yeah, I'm sure I will get back to doing it monthly. I plan to do sort of like an organised list of my completed pages for the month, so hopefully that will really help on the actual quality of these videos. So yeah, please bear with me, I'm just getting back into the swing of things. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Happy colouring everyone, bye.